No more puff with you.
You and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him
okay,
like that.
damn, all right.
Elon Musk running Twitter.
Why?
What did Madonna do?
You can't be like a virgin at 63.
Right.
Do you ever see you and Ja like pictures together? When we say Instavid?
Nah, that won't happen.
Wow. What is this penis enlargement lawsuit?
My penis was enlarged since I was little.
Okay.
Big Boys 30 special edition, 50 Cent. 50, he speaks his mind. So let's get into it right now, man. Big Boy 30 special episode. 50 Cent always has an opinion.
Big Boy in the morning. All righty, man. It is going down. We got a friend up in here. 50 Cent.
I'm here.
Pleasure to have you in here. The first thing I said to Fifth when he came in, I said, man, you back in that gym, huh?
Yeah, training, man. Try to get myself back in shape.
Yeah, man. Is music that first love? Because
It
there's some
is.
cats be like, man, I could walk away.
I need that to feel hot.
I hear you.
Like, and I like, you can't really fake that.
No.
It got to be based on the material and you having your finger on the pulse of what's going on and being able to do it. Like the guy that go, he's hungry, so he's writing because he's hungry because he has nothing. I remember that. I was that.
Mm-hmm.
And now while they're saying he's hungry, I'm saying, sure what? I'm disciplined.
Right.
Yeah.
And it is a significance in staying in a culture that's out with the old and with the new. Like we watch now, the guys will happen before, the hit will happen before they meet the label.
When we talk about like social media and things like that, and you being up for every fight, there's nothing not that either embarrasses you or like, okay, the penis enlargement lawsuit, I would have disappeared.
No, look, man.
I don't know what this is.
You can't disappear. See, when they do
First off, what is this penis enlargement lawsuit?
Well, it's somebody from a Medi spa that I had got a facial at the spa. I was there with the girl.
Because your skin does look good. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get it together. Yeah, so I'm getting the facial because I'm waiting on her. She doing what she doing, right? And I took the picture with her, and then she puts it up when she said something about penal enhancement.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, bro, that's defamation of
So you
character,
just
a whole bunch
taking
of
a
stuff.
picture, but you there getting a facial, but then she almost adds it to penis enlargement.
Yes.
Wow. But you didn't get your penis enlarged from her.
My penis was enlarged since I was little.
Okay. So why is it important to go back and get like a slander or defamation of character or whatever this falls under?
It sends a message to the public not to do it. And it's cool. We can go do that until they really wish they didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they meant.
So this isn't about money. It's principle too. Like you ain't gonna do that.
The money, then the lawyers. I spend millions of dollars anyway every
Hey,
year.
bro, how much have you spent on lawyers since you've been in the game?
I spent $23 million.
This isn't just a rap rivalry. It's a high-stakes power struggle layered with controversy, secrecy, and a demand for justice. 50 Cent, the mogul who rose from the streets to the boardroom, is taking direct aim at music titan Diddy. And make no mistake, this conflict is far deeper than it appears.
Hey, man, that's what somebody wished that they won in the lottery.
Damn.
And I give it to the lawyers to defend myself at points because I get the lawsuits, whether they pro me or other things that I got to deal with.
Have you ever gotten something where you was like, man, this could end me?
Nah, not really. You know what's ill is I get into these situations and a lot of it is, I look at it like it's the cost of business because it's frivolous stuff, but you still have to pay, if you want the best attorneys, you
Right.
pay big money. So
We are in a genre where we are here today, gone tonight.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you think that 50 Cent is so damn relevant
I love
post the first album? And you know what I'm saying? Or
I think, look, our culture loves things that are damaged. And at that point, I was probably the most damaged thing that they've seen. So when you come through and you say you're going to get rich or die trying, they love things that won't be able to sustain its position regardlessly. Like they get there and their own flaws of character will destroy them if you give them too much. You know what I mean? And that, it's interesting to watch. Like, it's like that you go, yo, the craziest things work. Like, gold all in my grill. Like the
yeah.
Trinidad James thing, and you look and you go, this is a real person. It looked like the character of Martin.
Right. Oh, man.
right?
All right, here we go. Renee, mark that one down.
No, but it was real. That's
Here we go.
the way it looked, and we appreciated it. We liked it because it was like, yo, look at this.
Why do you think we liked you? Was it the
Because
the shot 9 times?
and coming in with all of that baggage, with
Right.
everything that everybody was still on the street.
But then when we're finished, when we're done with that, why?
Big, the guy that got shot 9 times, album says he's gonna get rich or die trying, and everybody involved is still on the street.
I hear you.
Think it's possible he died trying? That's the highest stakes you can have.
Is this so-called entertainment game? Did you come in thinking about like the hustle game as well, the dope game that did like, man, this is easy for me?
You know, in the beginning, but there was always things that I couldn't understand that was happening. That was like I couldn't manage the artists. I couldn't keep all of the artists in pocket, or it'd be 5 of us here today. But
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, you talking about like G Unit,
Yeah.
where
they're all, and because like when you look at all of the groups that came, right? They all kind of either the guy that's in there that is extremely talented pulls out to the front and he goes, "I'm going solo," and he like leaves the other guys, like, or there's the scenarios where
For years, whispers about Diddy's controversial behavior, accusations of control, and misconduct never fully faded. But with serious legal challenges and a high-profile arrest shaking the industry, those rumors are turning into undeniable facts. And stepping into the spotlight to expose it all, none other than 50 Cent, ready to bring everything to light.
Businessman, and the list goes on. 50 Cent has his hands in just about everything and showing no signs of slowing down. We sat down with a multi-hyphenate to discuss his upcoming return to the stage, his current projects, and what's coming in the future, including his docuseries about Diddy. Curtis James Jackson III, also known as 50 Cent. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with 50 Cent, because I read that the name originally was a metaphor for change, and also from a Brooklyn bank robber in the 1980s.
Yeah, well, street guy. Yeah.
Okay, and so what was that change metaphor that you were thinking about so early on?
I came with the concept of I just do things my way, and I know that the other artists that were there, there was so many talented artists a part of hip-hop culture that I knew they could beat me at different things, but they couldn't beat me at being me. So the idea was to let my presentation be as much like my experience as possible.
Between the music, the movies, I mean, you're the ultimate multi-hyphenate liquor, whatever you want to talk about with regard to you being a mogul and sitting really on an empire. 50 Cent, not even 50 years old yet, in a few months though.
So,
did you expect this much so soon?
well, no, I just wanted the music to be a success initially. It's always, my goals change. I think when people are ambitious, they go into an endless tunnel. And you just got to prepare to go with them on that journey if you make a connection with them. But it's always a new goal or always something new that pops up that it kind of consumes my interest.
The Humor and Harmony Festival is quickly approaching.
G-Unit Productions just announced in Shreveport, Louisiana. Here's a guy from South Jamaica, Queens. Why do it in Shreveport?
Well, tax incentive.
Oh, okay. Okay. But you have said that this is not just business.
Yeah.
What do you mean beyond that?
Well, for me, it's exciting. It creates the legacy. You know, I mean, like, these things will be here longer than I will. You know, like I'm particularly in the premium space. I like to see my people in the premium light. You know, so I want to create stories and tell them on the highest level.
When did you realize, you know, Power started in 2014 just as a series? Was there a moment where you thought, this is taking off, it's become an entire universe?
Season 3.
What happened in season 3?
They would accept the cast without me. See, ahead of that, the major platforms that we would market and promote the show on wouldn't take the cast if I wouldn't be available to be on the show with them. So as it started, season 3, it started to feel like we were taking off because they was hot enough. They were excited enough about the cast without me. And then, look, in television, you don't need a star. Television makes stars. You need talent on television programs.
Are you going to keep expanding that series?
Yeah, well, this was a few more. The origin story will be coming shortly, and then I have so many new projects in the works. I got like 41 shows across 10 different networks, so they'll be seeing me.
We're throughout the world, diamond center.
I mean, there's so many movies, documentaries, docuseries you're working on. Den of Thieves 2 coming out January 10th. How do you decide which projects you want to work on?
Oh, just the ones that I feel like have a high probability of success. I'm just looking at
This
it
goes far beyond competition. It's about revealing long-hidden truths. 50 Cent has been quietly crafting a hard-hitting documentary that dives deep into the issues surrounding Diddy. And now, with Netflix backing the series, the world is about to see what has been kept in the dark for far too long.
It excites me. Would I want to stop and watch it?
Speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff has come. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally, those accusations are crazy.
Let's go back to the music. Residency in Vegas the week of New Year's, in the club. What can people expect?
Excitement for me, from my perspective, because I get a chance to do things production-wise that I wouldn't be able to do on a traditional tour. Like, I can build things that I can't tear down and build again and tear down and build again, to make excitement in the room.
You have so many songs to choose from. How do you select which ones are going to go into the residency?
That's difficult. That part, like, I got to go through, because some things I get comfortable performing them, but people are listening to the other records because in the sequence on the album, it's not that way. And I have to adjust that myself. Like, even the new record that just came out, I'm going to put that into the residency. So.
Do you have a favorite song?
No. No, it's not a favorite. Sometimes the things that are oddly successful.
Your last tour that you did was called The Final Lap, but it really wasn't The Final Lap, was it?
I may do a stadium tour.
Okay. May?
Yeah.
Or is it already in the works?
Well, it's in the works. They start putting together territories. They want it to come back. But I won't do the same type of arenas I did last time. If it's not the stadium, then I'll just go home.
Do you enjoy the live crowd or the music aspect of it, or do you prefer, being in the studio acting?
I really enjoyed the tour this time. This last tour was cool, and it's because I didn't have the pressure of releasing an album before it, so I wasn't doing so much new material that I had to concentrate on that while doing the show. Like, it was like, I know everything, all of the words are ready, let's go. Let me just figure out, like, what's physically happening during the show, and let's go. So television, they said they're on strike, and I said I'm on tour.
Smart. So you have options. All right, 50 Cent, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Totally.
Appreciate 50 Cent for that conversation. If you can't wait until a possible stadium tour, tickets are available for his Planet Hollywood residency in Las Vegas, going from December 27th to the 31st, and then 2 more dates.
The timing couldn't be more crucial. Diddy's arrest has thrown a harsh spotlight on long-buried allegations, and now former associates, past security members, friends, and others are stepping forward to share their stories. Many had tried before, only to be ignored or silenced. But with 50 Cent's platform amplifying their voices, they're finally ready to speak out about what they claim to have witnessed and experienced.
His attorney filing a letter to the judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's story.
You should always advocate for yourself.
It comes after our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward? Because think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party. She says at the party, she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. It's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said, in remembering what happened 24 years ago. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out.
Chloe Malas, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
It takes real courage for these insiders to speak out. Many were once part of Diddy's trusted circle, where silence was expected and loyalty came with a heavy cost. But as more testimonies surface, that code is beginning to crack. 50 Cent's upcoming documentary will feature raw, first-hand accounts from former staff, security members, and others, supported by expert analysis. In a powerful move, proceeds from the project will go directly to support survivors of difficult circumstances.
The judge has denied another one of rapper Sean Diddy Combs' requests to be released on bail. Remember, he's behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, waiting for his trial to get started next year in May. He's been detained for 2 months on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, which he's pled not guilty to. Chloe Malas is following this for us. We were waiting for this decision. We got it in now. What do we know?
All right. Well, it's 5 pages. And the takeaway here is that the judge is saying that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. And that was what New York prosecutors were saying. I was in court twice last week, and I listened to these prosecutors say that he was a danger to the community. And they showed that video, that surveillance video of him from 2016, brutally beating his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, saying that he has a propensity to violence, and that alone is a reason why we cannot agree to the proposed bail package. Now, his team had offered $50 million, a home of his in Miami as collateral, and they said that he would live in an apartment on Manhattan's Upper East Side, monitored by 24-hour security, that he would only talk to his attorneys, that he would only have, certain family members on a pre-approved list, and that, he would actually be under stricter conditions than he is at the jail in Brooklyn. But clearly, this is the 3rd time.
Yeah.
This judge not buying it.
What was Diddy like in court? You were there twice last week. What was his demeanor like?
I mean, he was smiling on Friday, turned around and looked at his children. All of his children were there except for his infant child. His mother was there. He looked a little thinner. He looked a little worse for wear, but he has seemed upbeat and positive. And a few days earlier on Wednesday, so a week ago today, his legal team had a win, because his team was able to say that New York prosecutors wrongly obtained 16 pages of notes from his jail cell during a routine sweep, that it had his defense strategy, it had witnesses that they planned to call at the criminal trial in May, and the judge agreed that those should have been protected under attorney-client privilege. So there was a feeling today among reporter friends of mine and people in the building here that, maybe there's a chance that the judge, given he's taking several days to think about this, he asked for both sides to write a letter, that he might release him. But this is the 3rd time. His team, we're waiting for a response from them, from his legal team. They could appeal again. But we were talking to Danny Savalos earlier, and he said, they would have to propose something new and different to potentially be successful for a 4th attempt.
Malas, thank you for being on this for us.
Stepping back, the allegations against Diddy paint a troubling picture that spans years, ranging from accusations of unethical practices to serious claims of misconduct. A key moment was the lawsuit filed by his ex, Cassie Ventura, which sparked a surge of new allegations. Diddy's swift settlement with Cassie raised suspicions, with many interpreting it as a quiet acknowledgement. But that moment was just the start of a much deeper unraveling.
And be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet. But it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof drywall ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time.
In the months that followed, the accusations only grew stronger. One former employee claimed Diddy put him in uncomfortable situations, while another lawsuit pointed to Diddy's son, alleging inappropriate conduct that was reportedly covered up with settlements. Then came the release of a video that added to the mounting concerns, sending shockwaves through the entertainment world and leaving little room for doubt.
Major new allegations today of sexual assault and exploitation by Combs. For the first time, we are hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star. The youngest allegedly just 9 years old. The allegations were revealed today by attorneys representing more than 100 alleged victims who are preparing to sue. So let's bring in NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas right now. So Chloe, we know there is currently a press conference underway. We do have a live picture of that. Can you just walk us through these new allegations and tell us if we've heard from Combs yet?
So the individual that you see on the screen right now, that is an attorney based out of Houston, Texas, and his name is Tony Busby. He's been a part of some very well-known litigation over the years involving a BP oil spill, even involving the Astroworld Music Festival crisis where some individuals were killed during a stampede. So he has made headlines before, but this is pretty shocking. So he claims is claiming right now at this press conference that he has had over 3,000 individuals reach out to his law firm in Houston, Texas, that he and his team have been vetting these claims, that now they are representing over 120 accusers, and that over the next 30 days, they will begin to file different civil suits, that this is not a class action lawsuit, that they are going to continue to vet these allegations, but right now they feel strong about these. So he also said today that it's not just Combs that will be named as a defendant, that there will be other high-profile individuals, some household names. He says, quote, many powerful people, there are many dirty secrets. He says that his team has collected pictures, video, and that the allegations include violent sexual assault or rape, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, dissemination of video recordings.
For 50 Cent, this isn't just personal. It's a calculated effort to challenge what he believes to be a carefully constructed illusion. Known for his sharp instincts and fearless storytelling through his G-Unit film and television label, 50 has built a reputation for diving into gritty, controversial narratives that others shy away from. This docuseries is no different. He's determined to uncover the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be.
There are 25 accusers who were allegedly minors at the time that these allegations took place, starting in 1991, span all the way up over 2 decades. He also talks about where these individuals are from. He said that they hail from more than 25 states, New York, California, Florida. We know that Diddy had a residence in Miami, Georgia. We've reached out to Sean Combs' legal team for comment. They have not yet responded. Combs is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn while he is awaiting trial on the New York indictment, where he is charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges. Now, I also just want to point out that they also claim that 62% of these individuals are identifying as an African American, and that they are evenly split between female accusers and male accusers, and Clay. So this is very interesting. And he said that he said, you know, look, I know that everybody expected me today or wanted me to name other high-profile individuals. He says, I'm not going to do that today, but it will come at some point. And he says that these names will shock you.
Wow. I mean, shocking details, to say the very least. And I'm sure just the start of what's to come. Chloe Malas.
The stakes are higher than ever. Netflix, known for its hard-hitting documentaries, has called this project a complex story that spans decades. For 50 Cent, it's not about chasing attention or creating sensational moments. It's about exposing the full truth. His mission is clear: to give a voice to those who have been silenced and ensure the victims are heard loud and clear.
Raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. Well, he at that point, I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said, because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
Yeah, I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of, you know, being chastised by their fans.
All right, Chloe Malas joining us now live. Chloe, we just heard a very strongly worded statement from Jay-Z. What else are you hearing from him and his team?
Yes, so his attorney said that they're going to ask the court to, quote, dismiss this frivolous case. And also moments ago, we heard from Diddy's legal team, and I want to read you some of what they said. They said, quote, this is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab. And remember, he remains behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, and his criminal trial begins in May.
All right, very thorough reporting there. Chloe, thank you so much for that.